I often get asked, do I have a daily regimen? And not only was I asked about that, but I'm often asked, could you document it? And so finally, this is exactly what we're doing in this particular video that you're watching. This is pretty much my morning regimen that sets me up for success every single day. But even deeper than success, it sets me up to take on my anxiety head first without any issues. I wake up generally about 7:30, gather my thoughts, thank the man upstairs for letting me see another day. Typically, I don't have my cell phone with me, but this particular morning I do. No different from anybody else. I go in there and I brush my teeth, get my sweater first, gotta get my jacket, yeah. And really, I do a lot of just gratefulness practices. So in my head right now, all I'm thinking about is just all the things that I'm grateful for. Being able to wake up, being able to go brush my teeth, being able to walk, being able to talk, being able to think, being able to listen, being able to have all the things that I need to be a functional human being. Being grateful because I remember mornings when I woke up, it wasn't quite as nice as it is here. My first stop is always the studio. And the studio is where I get to do my meditation. And I think it does something to the room when I go in there and I meditate first. It's almost like it sets the tone for a productive day, a day that is focused on being in the present. And so before I actually get any of the other stuff started, I like to do meditation here. I typically do between 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. And that's something that I just never buckle on. Sometimes I may go up to 30 or 40, but never less than 5. I use a product called Silent Mode, in which, well, first of all, let me hydrate first. Okay, get your water, drink your water, Curtis. I use a product called Silent Mode. It's a mask and an app that comes along with each other. And basically, it is guided meditation that comes through speakers within this head device. And this head device makes it pitch black in the room, so I can't even see all the lights that are surrounding the room. Really helps in terms of just getting yourself ready and guiding you through what meditation feels like. Now, I don't always use this, but it's been helping me stay on course and also just understand meditation. Meditation, from what I understand, is all about letting your mind, let your mind wander, but the whole practice is bringing it back to the present. The more that I bring my mind back to the present and that I have the calmness of doing that, the better equipped I am to deal with the anxiety that may come throughout the day. Something I started doing at the end of last year is having morning walks. And, I have my times where I fell off doing them, but the morning walks is really, really what I look forward to in the mornings. And part of the way that I kind of keep myself at that place to keep doing them is to keep my shoes in the same place that I know I'm going to meditate. The way that I look at it is that when I set myself up like this, I'm setting myself up for success. And there's no opportunity for me to backslide. You guys recognize these products. Of course, these are the Oliver Harvest CBD products that I started to implement within my daily regimen. As you can see, I do the things that I need to do to address whatever is at the source of my anxiety first, through meditation, through mindfulness. But these products just help me take it to another level. As you can see, I took the gummies, and I'm taking here the 1,000 milligram of the CBD drops. And really what it does is, as I start to get out there, because the next thing is my walk, as I start to get out there, it prepares me even more so than I've already sort of prepared myself. It calms my mind. It gives me the assistance that I need to make sure it's just a smooth transition. Stay out of my head. I always have music anywhere I go. My morning walks, I always have music. It's either music or maybe a TED Talk, or I'm listening to a spiritual teacher like Muji. And I just imagine myself being in the room with them and just listening to them as they talk to me, even though it's not talking to me. But it brings me so much peace. I know as music producers, we don't do a whole lot of getting outside the house, but I gotta tell you, since bringing these walks into my life, my mind has been so supremely clear. What I do when I get out here is basically let my thoughts sort of explode out of my mind and just land on the streets or land in the dirt. I don't take any of these thoughts that are not going to serve me or be productive. I don't take them back home with me. I leave them out there on the streets. Breathe. I do this thing that I learned from Tony Robbins, which is 3 breaths in, 3 breaths out. Sometimes I do 4 breaths in, 4 breaths out. But it puts you in just this crazy high that I cannot explain. If it looks like I'm training, it's because I am training. I'm training for whatever life decides to throw at me. I'm ready. Every single morning, I'm ready. After my walks, it's very important that when I have all those thoughts circulating around my head, a lot of times I'm getting ideas. So it's very important for me to write those ideas down. They don't have to make sense to anybody except for me. It's not like I'm writing a book. I'm literally sitting down here in my study and I'm just writing. As you can see, I have a lot of pages that I just let these thoughts just get dumped out somewhere. I feel like a lot of the times when we feel anxiety, when we feel overwhelmed, it's because we're trying to literally use our brain as a post-it note when we were given the gift and the opportunity to write our thoughts out. And here, I'm not worried about it being clear or even making sense. It just needs to just be on a piece of paper and out of my head. The next thing up, I always do reading, at least 10 pages a day. You figure at that rate of 10 pages a day, you'll go through probably about 2 to 3 books a month. At the end of the year, you'll be so much closer to your goals. And you gotta figure, reading that much, especially if it's focused reading, you're gonna be so much more closer to being a leader or voice of authority in whatever particular field that you're studying. Now, at this point, I still haven't even eaten breakfast yet. A lot of times I do sort of a buttered coffee that I put together using Bulletproof coffee, but really I try to keep my mind and my body focused on productivity. And I feel like sometimes a heavy breakfast can put you in a situation where you're feeling like super sluggish, you're feeling uninspired, you kind of probably want to go back to sleep. But it keeps me moving. I generally have my biggest meal around lunchtime, depending on if I'm doing intermediate fasting or not. But I'm telling you, operating off of a light stomach, and once again, bringing in the Daily Calm Oliver Harvest CBD allows me to keep my brain moving, keep myself focused, and I can't stress enough how much that focus means to me. That means staying off of social media, staying off of any of the networks, or anything in general that is just going to take my mind away from the work at hand. Thank you for watching today. I hope this helps you in terms of ideas for your daily regimen. Once again, it's Curtis King of CurtisKingBeats.com. Have a good one.